In 1940, a man sat in a darkened room, staring at a map filled with red markers. Each one represented an enemy move, advancing forces, conquered cities, collapsing defenses. The world was at war, and his country was losing. The enemy had more soldiers, better weapons, and an unstoppable momentum. The outcome seemed inevitable. But this man knew something the enemy didn't. Wars aren't won by brute force alone. They're won by those who can think faster, anticipate the future, and act before anyone else realizes what's happening. Instead of reacting to what was already happening, he focused on what would happen next. He studied enemy patterns, decoded their habits, and mapped out their next moves before they even made them. When his opponents attacked, they thought they were leading the fight, but in reality, they were walking into a trap he had set days before. The war turned. The underdog became the predator. The most dangerous man in the room wasn't the one with the biggest army. It was the one who could outthink them all. Now, imagine having that kind of mental power. Imagine stepping into any situation already knowing how it will unfold, reading people before they even speak, and controlling the game while others don't even realize they're playing. That's exactly what you're about to learn. This isn't about minor improvements or slow progress. It's about rewiring your brain to operate on a completely different level, one where you see what others miss, think faster than anyone around you, and become impossible to predict. Step 1. Create cognitive friction. Your brain isn't designed to grow in comfort. It sharpens under pressure, not ease. The most intelligent and powerful minds in history weren't shaped by easy lives. They were forged in difficulty. The problem? Most people avoid discomfort at all costs. They seek routine, safety, and predictability. But that's exactly why they never evolve. If you want to be 70% smarter, you need to force your brain into situations where it has to adapt, think fast, and operate under stress. This is called cognitive friction, and it's the secret to unlocking genius-level intelligence. How to apply it? 1. Debate. Someone smarter than you. Most people surround themselves with those who agree with them. But real growth happens when you engage with people who challenge you, force you to defend your beliefs, and make you rethink your assumptions. Seek out intellectual battles, even if they make you uncomfortable. 2. Take on high-stakes challenges. When the stakes are low, your brain coasts. But when failure has real consequences, your brain shifts into survival mode. Whether it's a tight deadline, a leadership role, or a complex problem, push yourself into situations where you must succeed. 3. Step into uncertainty. If something scares you, it's probably the exact thing you need to do. Speak publicly. Learn a difficult skill. Put yourself in rooms where you feel like the least knowledgeable person. Your brain will fight it at first, but over time, it will become sharper and more adaptable. Why it works. Cognitive friction forces the brain to rewire itself. The more pressure you introduce in a controlled way, the more mentally resilient and intelligent you become. Your ability to think under stress will outmatch 99% of people. Step 2. Master predictive intelligence. Most people live in reaction mode. They wait for things to happen and then respond. The problem? By the time they act, the opportunity is gone. Predictive intelligence is about seeing the future before it happens. Not in a mystical way, but through sharp observation and pattern recognition. The most powerful people in history weren't just smart. They were ahead. They could read people, situations, and opportunities before anyone else. And you can train your brain to do the same. How to train it? 1. Study human behavior. People are predictable. Their body language, tone of voice, and small actions reveal their true intentions. Start watching for micro-expressions, hesitation in speech, and shifts in posture. You'll soon be able to read what's really happening beneath the surface. 2. Analyze patterns. Everything in life follows a pattern. The way people behave in relationships, how businesses rise and fall, even how the stock market moves. Patterns repeat. Start training yourself to recognize them. When you do, you'll begin predicting outcomes with scary accuracy. 3. Always ask, what's next? Before making any decision, ask yourself, what happens next? If I do this, how will others react? What's the second and third order effect? This simple habit separates those who react from those who control. The ability to anticipate gives you power. You'll spot opportunities before others, avoid dangers they never see coming, and always be a few moves ahead of the competition. Step 3. Build mental agility. A rigid mind is a weak mind. Most people cling to their original plan, even when it's failing. But true intelligence lies in adaptability, the ability to shift, pivot, and adjust without hesitation. This is what separates strategists from followers. The most dangerous people are those who can change their approach instantly, because they're never stuck, never predictable, and always in control. How to develop it? 1. Solve problems where the rules change. Train yourself to adapt by taking on challenges where the conditions shift. Debate both sides of an argument. Play strategy games where you must adjust in real time. Take on projects with moving targets. This forces your brain to become flexible. 2. Regularly disrupt your routine. Most people fall into predictable habits. Break yours. Take a different route to work. Eat with your non-dominant hand. Read about topics you normally wouldn't. The more you shake up your brain, the sharper it becomes. 3. Always have multiple strategies. Never bet on just one plan. Train yourself to think in contingencies. If plan A fails, what's plan B? What about plan C? This way, no matter what happens, you're never caught off guard. Mental agility makes you untouchable. While others freeze under pressure, you'll shift, adjust, and dominate. Step 4. Cultivate unpredictability. Predictability is a weakness. If people always know what you'll do next, they can counter you. The most powerful people in history understood this. They made their moves unexpected, forcing others to stay on edge. If you want to be truly dangerous, you must train yourself to be unpredictable. Keep people guessing. Make your actions impossible to anticipate. How to train it? 1. Break patterns. If you always respond a certain way, change it. If you have predictable habits, disrupt them. When people can't read you, and they can't control you. 2. Control what you reveal. Never show your full hand. Share just enough to mislead, but always keep your true intentions hidden. This creates an air of mystery, making you impossible to manipulate. 3. Make strategic, unexpected moves. Do things that catch people off guard. Take action when they expect inaction. Stay silent when they expect a response. By keeping people on their toes, you stay in control. Why it works? Unpredictability forces others to react to you, rather than the other way around. It gives you power over every interaction. Step 5. Harness emotional dominance. Intelligence isn't just about logic. It's about controlling emotions, both yours and others. The most influential people in the world don't just think well, they control how people feel. How to train it? 1. Read emotions like a book. Pay close attention to micro-expressions, voice tones, and body language. These reveal more than words ever could. 2. Master your own reactions. Never let emotions control you. Train yourself to stay calm under pressure. When others panic, you remain composed, and that alone gives you an edge. 3. Use emotions to influence. Learn to trigger specific emotions in others. Inspire confidence, create fear, or establish trust. When you control emotions, you control the game. People are driven by emotion more than logic. When you master emotions, you master people.